Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. I know you've seen Mackie speakers on my channel before. CR3s, 5s, Yorkvilles, Yamaha I think we had in there once. I don't know, we've had a lot. Anyways, these are CR3Xs. So they're not a standard CR3 because, well, they don't make them anymore. And these are about 140 bucks Canadian new, but they're on sale right now at Long & McQuaid. Any store in Canada, all right, for like $109. And so many of you know I got another Mac Mini, so I have two Mac Minis and my PC, and it's like, yeah, I've got to get all three now hooked in, and well, I do have a 3-input box, but one of those is taken up by my USB interface too, so I need another set of speakers. So the Macs are both on the audio system and my other gear. These I bought for my PC, and thought, well, I need sound, and yeah, this will work. Anyhow, I don't know what difference there is in sound quality or anything else in the design other than, you know, they do mention that it's got some kind of a brushed aluminum face on it now, and they've changed the tweeter design apparently from the looks of things. My wife still actually has a pair of the CR3 originals, because I had bought in 2 sets at one point, but I gave her a set and then I got rid of my other set, because then I went into, you know, better quality speakers, right? So anyways, let's get this down on the ground here, and we'll see what we've got going on. So these are actually reference monitors, and they're not high-end, but I wouldn't suggest doing an audio mix with them, because even I've checked back on some of my older videos, some of the music videos I've done for you guys with me playing and singing, and comparing against when I had, you know, Yorkvilles or other speakers, and yeah, my audios do an awesome job, but these things, not recommended for doing audio mixing, okay? They're not the greatest. I mean, they can get you going, but they're definitely not the greatest, that's for sure. However, if you want one of the best sounding computer speakers for watching YouTube videos, listening to music, playing video games with, these are definitely it. And at a great price. And they've definitely got some good punch to them. So, anyways, let's finish unpackaging all this stuff. So you've got one amplified monitor and one passive. In other words, we flip this around for you. Passive speaker, amplified. This gets connected into this via these terminals. They both have ported enclosures, so some thump, right? And then of course you've got a choice between 1/4-inch XLR or even TR jacks. So what do you call them? TRS jacks, not XLR, sorry. TRS or TS. But balanced connection is always better. You also have RCAs as well. And we also do have an auxiliary input for an MP3 player, which will override volume on the front. So, I mean, to a certain point, I guess you do have that control. I've never actually used that feature to figure out how it fully worked on these kind of speakers. But I know in the past I've had that, and it's like, you know, however much power your MP3 player or whatever you're using for music plugs in, gives it, that's as loud as it's going to go. So you basically, it's overridden from the front. So, and you do have a headphone jack on the front speaker too, by the way. Okay, so for cables, they give us 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch. They give us RCA to 1/8 inch, and of course our joiner cable. You do not get any TRS or TS cables. That's up to you. You can hook these in as I would say a basic, like if you're in a church kind of thing, these would work as monitors in the sound booth if your sound booth is closed off. They can work to give you a fairly well-balanced mix to a certain point, but don't expect rockstar quality. It's just not there, okay? I've used these long enough to know how good they really are compared to higher end stuff. So, of course we do have our wall plug as well, so we can plug them into hydro. I don't think I'm going to be needing this, or no, this one I need. This one I don't need because I've already got an extension in place, and besides, this is for your MP3 players. So let me just gather this stuff all together. I'm going to go set these up, and then we'll be back and we'll take a listen to them. Alright guys, we're all set up. Now keep in mind there is a separate power switch on the back of your main monitor that you have to make sure is turned on, otherwise turning the dial to on and off, well, it works at the front obviously, but if it's not turned on, this isn't going to do anything for you. Only one speaker lights up though, and that's because the other one's a slave, so it's not putting power to an LED, because, well, there is none. So that's why you only have one that's lit up, is because this is the master, that's the slave over there. Alright, and you can switch the priority between left and right, which speaker is going to be your left speaker, which one's going to be your right for your stereo separation. Now, these tweeters are a little bit bigger than the CR3s, the regular ones, and so is this area as well. It's a little bit bigger too. So they did do some improvement there. I don't know about this whole aluminum front, but it looks like it is actually. So, and of course that typical Mackie green border that stands out and goes boof, that's there as well. Anyway, so I've got a YouTube video of mine called Random Madness. Many of you have heard it before. So we're just going to play that through these speakers, and you can get a rough idea at least what these things can do. I just can't play regular music or they're going to demonetize me. So yeah, we'll stick with my own stuff and don't get in trouble that way. Okay, so let's look up something a little bit more quieter, we'll say. Well, let's take a look at my Martin GPC11E review video.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch.
Alright. I'm going to fast forward to a playing spot. Right, it's like, it also has a built-in, I'll be playing it again, little hanger Dewey too. For under $1,500 and get, so I don't remember if I switched the string. There we go. Okay, so that gives you a basic idea of sound reproduction. I mean, as best as I can do for you. I am recording this on my iPad Pro M2, so the mics in this thing are really awesome. But for playback off of YouTube, I mean, this is what we're getting. I do like the sound of these things, obviously, for, you know, watching YouTube videos with is great. Listening to just regular pre-done music that was done in a professional studio from, like, you know, groups like AC/DC, Black Sabbath, U2, all those groups, right? Playing music, these things are fine, okay? But I just would not suggest you trying to pull out your own professional audio recordings and mixings with these speakers. In fact, none of the Mackies would I ever recommend for that. They're just not that high end. You would be best go to something like the Yorkvilles, Yamahas, I think they call them Rock or Rocket Fish or something like that. I can't remember. There's a lot of brands out there. The M Audio are actually very exceptional as well. I have M Audios, and they're very good. In fact, I think that they're actually, for the version I have, which I believe these are the 5-inch drivers, if I remember right. But anyways, they are far superior over the Yorkville 5s. Okay, and they do give the Yamahas a good run for their money too. But there are many brands of speakers out there. If you want to do professional audio mixing, you need a much better speaker than these Mackies. But these Mackies, as far as hooking them up to your computer and playing video games, I mean, they are outstanding. Whether you're running the 3s, the 5s, or the 8s, the 8s will probably be the best boom for your buck as far as going, bah! You know, and really bouncing the walls, right? Because they're going to have some good horsepower to them. These things here, quite loud. Can't remember what the wattage is on them. I think these were like 45 or 50 watts. I'm just going to check and see if they've got it on the box here. And, yeah, 50 watts is what we've got. So they're pretty good, and they can get quite obnoxious, you know, and the higher the signal gain is on them, you know, the more you're going to get too. Like, I've got my volume here set, where is it? I'm at 42% on the computer, and I'm about around the 3/4-ish mark, or 2 o'clock on the speakers. So I've got a lot more that I could actually really drive through these. I've even used them with a Beat Buddy pedal, even direct hookup too, and holy cow, can they ever thump. It's like, that's pretty good for 3-inch, and it takes a lot to get these things to actually distort. So, you know, they can ramp up there pretty decently. But for $109 on sale, I mean, you can't go wrong. Even at $134 regular retail. Now, these are Canadian prices, keep in mind. And like I said, right now they're on sale at Long and McQuaid. Any store you want within the country of Canada of Long and McQuaid, you got them, baby. And you can even keep your eyes out for used sets through Gear Hunter, or just even on their regular website when you're checking, check for used sets available in stock for a little bit better discount. You know, and there's nothing wrong getting used, because they do check everything over real close before they bring them in to make sure they're all good. So you can go either side of the fence on that one. But I think they make probably one of the best computer speakers for video games and for just watching content, and you know, even listening to, like I said, just regular everyday music. They're great. You know, I mean, they're not top of the line, but they're still great. So I would definitely put these, without any hesitation. I don't have a problem putting these things out of 4.5 out of 5, but keep in mind it's for what they are capable of. Okay, they're not a 4.5 out of 5 for doing mixing and any of that sort of thing. They are for what I've mentioned. You know, so just bear that in mind. Okay, I've looked at computer speakers that, you know, like your ones with a bass box and the 2 satellites with it, like 2.1 audio. You know, and it's like, well, why do I need 2.1? I mean, these things can throw some good bass. They're ported, they're quality built, and cheaper too, you know. And it's like, I don't have to worry about, where do I put the bass box, where do I put the satellites, and it's just like 2 speakers, here we go. And yes, this is exactly where they're going to live too, so I'm fine with that. Because I'm out of desk space. I don't even know where I'm going to store my iPad now. But whatever. So anyways, that's my thoughts on these things and my opinion. So thanks for stopping in for the video and checking them out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you even had Mackie speakers? What did you think of them? That sort of thing, you know. And if you're interested in set, like I said, on sale right now on McQuaid. You can also find Mackie speakers, I believe, on Amazon too. And many other places that do sell, you know, music audio equipment that sell Mackie. You should be able to get them there too. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.